Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to So That Just Happened, a podcast for those who have lost their person and want to find themselves. I'm Carly Cooper, a single mom, widow, coach, author, and chronic truth seeker. My superpower is finding the funny, the hope, and the silver lining in any shit situation. This podcast is for the purpose of education only and is not a replacement for therapy. If you need additional support, please seek out a trained professional for help with your specific situation. Let's get to it, shall we? Hey, how's it going? Having a good week so far? Awesome. That's about as much small talk as I can sanely handle, so let's get right into the deep stuff. Do you know what matters most to you? Are you aware of what you value in your relationships, your health, the work you do, and how you spend your free time? If you're aware of your core values, are you actually living by them? Like really making deliberate and intentional choices every single day to honor what's most important to you? I applaud you if you are. And I'm here to help you if you're not. And if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about here, stick around. Because if you feel anxious, overwhelmed, unhappy, or lost in any area of your life, chances are you're stuck doing things you think you should do by everyone else's standards and not living by your core values. So let's start with what values are. Values represent who you are and what's most important to you. They're not universal and they aren't right or wrong. They're simply a roadmap to help guide you towards being and living in the yummiest and most delicious way. Because your core values represent your heart and soul, your personal blueprint that, when followed, makes you feel like you're home. When you fully honor and make decisions that are aligned with your values, you feel more authentic, inspired, and lit up by your life because you're being who you truly are. And that's when you shine your brightest. We're all unique. What I value may be completely out of the question for you. And that's why it's crucial for you to get crystal clear about what values are essential to you in order to live your happiest, most joyful, and most peaceful life. And then you have to commit to making choices and decisions that honor your values. Now, understand that your values can change throughout your life. Before my husband died, I was very ambitious, motivated, and driven by my career goals. I valued achievement, growth, success, financial freedom, impact, and influence. Now that I'm a single mom, my priorities and values have shifted. While some of those values remain, I want to live this next chapter of my life in more of a flow state, feeling more harmony and less hustle, more inner peace and less pressure. While I still want to have a positive impact and help others, the energy behind my intention has changed. It's fueled by purpose rather than profit. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong to be ambitious and to value success. Some people find themselves even more driven and motivated after experiencing a great loss. It's their way of channeling their mind and their energy into something positive. You just have to know what feels right for you at this particular moment in these set of circumstances, and then honor whatever comes up. I want to share a story about a former client of mine. She found herself feeling restless and lost after her husband died. And right after he passed away, she stopped working in order to fully be there for her kids and to figure out what her new normal looked like. After a few months, she was absolutely climbing the walls out of boredom. She used to be a type A, ambitious woman, and she struggled with feeling guilty for not really doing anything productive with her days. We talked a lot about giving herself the proper time to grieve and to feel all her emotions and the importance of forgiveness. I explained that she had to do the internal work first and allow herself time to heal before she could even contemplate going back into work mode. One of the things we focused on was figuring out what her core values are now. I asked her what she enjoyed doing and what her life was like before she became a widow, and immediately the tone of her voice shifted. She sounded more energized when she told me about how she loved working and singing and connecting with others and making her own money. She really valued her independence and spontaneity. When she spoke her truth out loud to me, the realization hit her hard. Staying home all day alone felt isolating and lonely. She wasn't honoring her core value of connection. Sticking to the same routine day after day was anything but spontaneous, and while she was fortunate and super grateful that she had life insurance money to support her and her family, she missed the thrill of making her own money, which fed her value of independence. So we updated her core values based on her current life circumstances. And once she became aware of what was really important to her now, finding ways to make her feel happier and more energized was so much easier. We talked about the different ways she could honor her core values. She let her close friends and family know that she was ready to put herself back out there, and she began saying yes to invitations and opportunities that fulfilled her need for connection. She did a lot of soul searching and got clear about the kind of work she wanted to explore that would feed her desire for financial independence and achievement. But there were many moments when she felt guilty for having lunch with a friend or taking a nap instead of working towards her new life plan. But then she also realized the value in doing so. She felt happier and lighter by the deep conversations and connections and self-care. And this then led her to feel more energized and creative and inspired, and she was far more productive when she took that pressure off of herself. She got really good at listening to her body on the days that she needed to relax and recharge on her own, and everyone in her life was better off for it. So before you can call in a new relationship, whether it's a new life partner, a coworker, a friend, or a client, you have to build a solid relationship with yourself first. So many of us expect others to come in and fill a void or make us feel loved or safe or secure. But it really has to start with you knowing what's most important to you. What are your set of standards? What values do you absolutely need to be met in order for you to truly thrive and feel seen and heard? What values are deal breakers for you? For example, if you're someone who values comfort and safety, but your partner values adventure and thrill seeking, there may be an issue along the way where someone's needs aren't being met. Now, there's always room for compromise, and it's okay to work together to see if you can meet somewhere in the middle, as long as both people feel heard and like they're not sacrificing their needs to please someone else. Otherwise, you'll always feel as if part of you is missing. Being aware of your core values opens you up to a fulfilling and exciting life. If you make it your goal to do your best to always honor your values, your choices and decisions become so much easier to make. Your work or how you spend your time feels more intentional and meaningful. Knowing your core values also allows you to say no to the things that go against what you believe in, or maybe that you've outgrown, and it frees you from their burden. Take it slowly. You don't have to immediately quit every commitment that drains you or stop being friends with people who have a different set of values. Start by becoming aware of how you feel in certain situations and around certain people. Many times, you can be challenged positively by someone else's values. They can take you out of your comfort zone or challenge your thinking and open you up to exploring new sides of yourself you didn't know were there. But if you feel exhausted or drained or physically ill or stressed or anxious, chances are you're not aligned with your core values and it's time to reevaluate. If what I'm sharing resonates with you or is hitting a nerve, take it as a gentle nudge that it's time to rediscover who you are now and what's most important to you now. Own what matters to you. Be proud of who you are and begin living by your own set of values and morals. The world opens up and life becomes more enjoyable when you do things that actually have meaning. So take a few minutes. Go figure out what lights you up and decide that from this moment forward, you will do whatever it takes to unapologetically shine. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for listening to this So That Just Happened podcast. I really hope you found value in this episode and that you're walking away with at least one golden nugget that you can implement or feel inspired by. I would be so grateful if you would share it with one friend or family member who is committed to moving forward and transforming their life. Make sure you subscribe so you can catch every new episode, and please leave me a review. It would mean so much to me. Also, follow me on Facebook and Instagram at @CoachCarly. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.